What's up, people? Welcome back to Cricfootz. We are back with our weekly show, and today is Friday, and um, we are here to discuss everything football yet again. Game week 25 has just finished last week, and a lot of action, um, a lot of interesting results, I would say, which we have to discuss today. And to discuss everything, we have Sai back again. Sai, how are you? How was the week?
Doing great. Week was pretty well considering we have qualified for the round of 16 of Europa League. So have you after a terrific victory last night, which was out of the box, I would say. But the week has been good. The previous week, which we're going to discuss, was good as well. So let's kickstart the discussion.
Absolutely. I think it was a very nerve-wracking contest yesterday for all Arsenal fans around the globe. I hope everyone is doing well today because it was a really difficult game. I think it was an easy game, but it was made difficult by the Gunners themselves. Uh, but yes, moving on. Let's talk about the English Premier League and the best team to start off. The best two teams to start off the discussion would be the teams from the Merseyside, Everton and Liverpool. Uh, Liverpool, again, disappointing many fans out there. Everyone thought that this would be the game where they will go for the kill, but Everton had a great start and they won the game. What did you think about the whole match?
Absolutely. I think Everton outplayed Liverpool in all the departments in this game, and the city was blue again after a very long time. History
Very,
recreated. I think Liverpool just looked off colors. Their strike force wasn't effective. I think Jordan Pickford, who's known for his mistake, had a terrific game that day. I think it was a complete team effort. Good goal by Richarlison. I think the pass was very key to that goal from James Rodriguez.
yeah.
And second goal was is still debatable if that was a penalty by Alexander Arnold. I don't think that was a penalty. What do you think?
Uh, Again, a very tricky decision, I would say. You always can discuss penalties. Are they going to be real penalties or not? But the referee decision, I think overall, I am not liking. I think Liverpool from the last two seasons have been very arrogant, and if they are getting few decisions against them, I think it's okay. But to be really honest, I think it was a very fast start from Everton. The way they attacked the Merseyside champions, I would say. And also, to be really honest, this was the best chance Everton could have got to beat them. I know it has been a long time,
Correct.
but even in the previous seasons, we have seen many strong Everton sides not being able to defeat Liverpool. To be really honest, I mean, Everton always spend big in the transfer market, and they have always had decent teams. But this
Yes.
was the best chance. Looking at the lackluster defense which Liverpool has right now, I think, and with the attacking threat with the Everton possesses, I think it was a great win and much deserving too. I would say, uh, uh, looking at Everton's seasons, I think Everton's season, I think it is a great hallmark for Carlo Ancelotti to have a win, firstly against Mourinho in the cup, and now against Klopp. He's a big manager, so he needs wins like these to ensure that he is at the top level all the time.
I think it was a perfect plan execution from Carlo Ancelotti on the day. The way he nullified Thiago, if you were watching the game, the way
Yeah.
Topore was playing, just neutralizing Thiago in the center was outstanding tactics from him. And I think, yes, we all know the vulnerability of Liverpool's defense right now, and Richardson just used his pace to outpower Liverpool's defense. And I think it was a deserving will, as you said, nonetheless. And Liverpool are suddenly looking like a mid-table team who are fighting to play Europa League next season. So tough times at Anfield.
Yeah, and rest in peace to Allison's father. I think that was a very
Yes.
horrific news to hear last yesterday. I think it was. So rest in peace to him. But yeah, things were looking really difficult for Klopp. I think it's four defeats on the bounce at home,
Hmm.
4 or 5. I think. I mean, we all know Liverpool to be winning at home like almost 68 matches unbeaten and all that stuff. And now suddenly they have broken into this kind of a record. I think that speaks how bad in a position they are right now. So, uh, I don't know. I don't know where Liverpool will go on from this season. Many Liverpool pundits like Jamie Carragher, Jamie Redknapp, all these guys are saying that they don't even think that they will qualify for top four. I thought they would, but yeah, I mean, a club of Liverpool stature who won the Champions League, won the PL, and now struggling to get Premier League top four. Things looking bad, I would say. And if we check whom they are playing next, let me quickly see. They're playing Sheffield. Okay, so now that's
Yes.
a team they should beat. But who knows? The Premier League is all about surprises. So hopefully Sheffield can look at this as an opportunity and try to win against the Reds.
Yes, I don't think Sheffield has got anything to lose in this game,
Anything
and
to lose. Yeah.
I hope they pull off a miracle, which they did against United, a surprise victory. I hope they do it against Liverpool because it's always fun seeing Liverpool lose. So just
Yeah.
can't get enough of it.
Absolutely. So moving on from Liverpool to your team, Manchester United. Many would have thought that it was a iffy game after the equalizer from Saint Maximan. I think that was a lovely goal.
Hmm.
What a goal
Lovely goal,
from him.
yes.
But you guys came back really well. I think from the flanks, you guys are looking really dangerous. And Daniel James, a forgotten hero for you guys, has suddenly scored two in 2 games. So a welcome win, I would say. 3-1 victory against a sturdy Newcastle team. What did you make out of the match?
I think a deserving victory. We were dominant in the game and we were attacking throughout the game. And yes, a lousy goal to concede. You see, Harry Maguire, who has been criticized for most parts of the season, even from United fans, that he's not the perfect centre back, he's not the captain we want. And time
Yeah.
and again, he's also proving us right by making howlers like that on the field. So yes, a lousy goal to concede, but yes, again we came back well. Good goal by Dan James, a fluke of an assist by Bruno there, and yes, a third goal again, a penalty to United, which we see often these days, and
Yeah.
Bruno absolutely converting it. So a 3-1 victory would always be good, considering we are now chasing Man City. Let's see how things go on for us now that we're also facing a big team in Europa League with Pogba out for a month. Maybe we need to bounce really hard and get the game going.
Yeah. And to be really honest, you have a very difficult game on Sunday
Yes,
against Chelsea. So that's a brilliant game to watch out for. Always a feisty rivalry between the two clubs. And Chelsea under new management. Let's see how they go. And the first leg of this game was really boring. As far as I remember, it was a nil-nil draw.
yes.
So hopefully
No, no,
this game can bring a lot of goals. But yes, to be really honest, Manchester United was a very welcome victory for you guys. And to keep going, I would say these wins are what you actually need. The only thing which I would like to see is clean sheets from you guys because
absolutely.
you're conceding almost every game. So yeah, that's an area of concern, I would say, for Ole. Uh, Talking about the other Manchester club, I think they played us. They
Your
played
team.
Arsenal, and they simply rolled us over. I think the 1-0 scoreline really flatters us. There was no contest, absolutely, and I see Arsenal trying, but I didn't think that that was enough. There was enough effort there on the pitch to beat the Manchester City defense. We did create a chance. We were mostly dependent on counter attacks. To be really honest, it was all Manchester City's dominance throughout the game. But even in the counter attacks, no real chances, which I would say, Array, we should have converted and at least go for a draw. And even Manchester City did not look interested to score more goals, I would say. They knew even in the 70th minute, when the game goes to the 70th minute and you're just 1-0 ahead, I think the team which is on the advantage should be concerned about letting down a goal. But I think Manchester City played down the game really well, and there was no real threats from Arsenal. I think many fans, I've seen a lot of reactions. Many fans are saying that Arteta was just happy to lose by 1-0 rather than a heavy defeat.
Absolutely.
So, which is a really bad comment to make. I think it's a right comment. I understand what the comment is, but it's a really poor state of affairs for Arsenal if they're going that way now, trying to avoid a heavy defeat rather than go for a win. I mean, these were not the days which I became an Arsenal fan for. So, yeah, I overall I think pretty lackluster game, and we have a really tough encounter against Leicester now. So hopefully we can grab a win there. That might turn the table a bit.
Agreed. I think Arsenal were pretty happy losing the game 1-0 because had you started attacking and trying to dominate as well, we all know the power of Man City's attack. So I'm sure
Yeah,
Arsenal would have conceded more. And again, a cheap goal to concede in the very
yeah,
beginning stage of the game. I think there was one chance when Cancelo did a miracle clearance and the ball went straight to Edison out of
yeah,
nowhere. If you watch the
mm,
game, and I thought Arsenal were very close to scoring the goal. So I
yeah.
don't remember most of the chances you guys created except one or two. So yes,
Yeah.
I think you got the point right there by
And
stating Arteta was very happy with losing the game 1.
yeah, and to be honest, Cancelo actually had the chance to finish off the game.
Yes,
He just had to beat Leno. He did a nice trick inside the box, but it just went wide. It was an
yes,
out of foot volley. No, it was not a volley. He tried to place it out of foot in the far
yes.
post, but it didn't go in. Unlucky, I would say. I think that was a really good chance for him to finish off the game. Yes, so that was Arsenal again losing again. I hope they play Leicester well and have a spirited performance. Talking about Leicester, another win for them against Aston Villa. I think the Leicester team is uh, heartbroken, I would say, after yesterday, but a great win for them. Both goals scored in the first half by their English talisman, Harvey Barnes and James Madison. And this team is really looking unstoppable, at least in the league. Now they also don't have Europa League to think about. I think this team can do wonders and concentrate on getting that top four place secured. What did you think about Leicester?
Oh, they are right there on the top with us right now on the points table. I think Aston Villa badly missed Greenish in this game. He was out injured, and I didn't see much of attacking threat from Villa as well. A comfortable victory, I would say. The score line would suggest something else, but I think Leicester dominated the game throughout the 90 minutes. And yes, as you said, a heartbreak for them in the Europa League. They have got nothing, but they've got FA Cup to play, where they face Manchester United in the quarterfinals. So yes, and that and Premier League are the two tournaments which they have right now to focus. I think they would be really happy going at the end of the season with a top four finish. But let's see how Liverpool and Chelsea place themselves at the end of the table, because I don't see United slipping down from the top four spot right now. But as you said,
Yeah,
Premier League anything can happen.
yeah, absolutely. Leicester looking a really great team under Brendan Rodgers. I understand that they lost. I mean, they were out of the cup yesterday, but I think a really spirited team there. And when you see the weekend matches as an Arsenal fan, the only thing which makes you a bit comfortable even after losing a game, is seeing Spurs lose, and what a result for David Moyes. I mean, and your old guy Jesse Lingard is doing really well in West Ham United. I think, uh,
3 goals in 3 games.
yeah, absolutely, and the way he's enjoying, he's really looking happy. Do West Ham have the option of buying him permanently?
We haven't given them the option of buying him permanently unless a deal comes in. But on papers, no, not yet. And I don't think United would sell someone like Jesse Lingard, who's a homegrown player. With all the new set of rules coming in Premier League right now, it's very important to have a homegrown player in your team. So I don't see United selling him unless we get a
Yeah,
good amount of cash for him.
yeah, that's true. But I think West Ham United are really looking a team which we did not think them to be at the start of the season, and couple of picks here and there in turning out to be really good for them. I think they have made a good start in this game too. Mikel Antonio scoring
Yes.
the goal very soon in the game, and Jesse Lingard, as you said, crazy goal. Uh, 3 out of 3 is a crazy return for a midfielder. And yes, uh, Tottenham came back through a Lucas Moura goal. I think they should have,
Yes.
they deserved a leveler, I would say, the way they were attacking in the second half. And they struck the post almost twice, and
Yes.
should have got at least a leveler in this game. But it's always great to see Tottenham lose. And I think if we quickly look at the table, they are in the ninth position, which is just 1 point, 2 points above Arsenal. So they are not doing well at all. I think Jose Mourinho, I think in an interview, was saying that top four is out of question. So looking at the start he made, and people saying that he's not dead, he's not finished. Tottenham really look finished right now. They look clueless, and yes, they have moved on to the next round in the Europa League, but things really not looking good for them, especially in the league. And if I quickly have to see whom they are playing next, uh, Tottenham, rather. Uh, just give me a moment.
Burnley.
Oh, that's a tough game again. I
Yes.
think that would be a tight game. Burnley are never easy to beat. What do you think?
They're known for their defensive play. So I think two defensive teams are going to face each other. So it'll be a fun game to watch how they finish the game nil-nil. Me. But as you said, we were discussing a couple of months back about Tottenham. Are they the team to win the league?
Win the
They were
league,
at the
yeah.
top of the table. Can Jose Mourinho do it? And we were spot on right that they would slip down. And yes, they have done this expected thing. They are ninth
But
in the table.
but I don't think we expected them to slip down like this the way they have
Ah,
done.
true, true. I
Like
didn't expect
I
them to slip so badly, but top four was never expected out of them, to be really honest. Now that Europa League is also a very difficult task for them, uh, Mourinho, I think, needs a bit of time, a bit of typical Mourinho plays in his team, which I think is still missing, especially in his defense. I think he needs a revamp for him, his style of game to start.
absolutely agreed. Moving from Tottenham, which is a London team, to another top six team. They would include themselves in that. Chelsea drawing against Southampton. Mino with the goal again. I think another
Mhm.
player who has gone on loan and really impressing the club. Uh, Especially Saints needed a player like him. I would say he's very good on attack, and with Danny Ings always missing games through injury, I think he's a good addition, and he scored in this game too. But Mason Mount's penalty in the second half actually cancelled the game out. So it was a one-one draw at the end, and Thomas Tuchel is still not beaten from the time he has arrived. So that is some kind of a form going on for him. And again, he has also won against Atletico in the UEFA Champions League. So do you think that Chelsea are a team which can still uh, challenge you guys for the second spot or the third spot?
Uh, Not for the second spot, but I still think they'll finish inside the top four. Coming into the game, I think yes, the defensive weakness of Chelsea was cleanly exposed
Yeah.
in this game. The two centre backs completely not in touch with each other. A clean through ball from Redmond to Minamino, who almost went one-on-one against Mendy, and a typical FIFA type of a goal out there, showing some fake tricks and a good finish from his outer foot. So yes, but I don't think Chelsea had a really good game except Mason Mount, who was looking threatening. I think the overall team, Tuchel somehow I feel is a defensive manager looking at the way Chelsea are playing right now. He, if not defensive, a safe manager who's not ready to concede goals is what I can make out of his game. And the way he's rotating his team, the way he's playing the midfield, especially, he's ensuring they are firstly not going to concede the goal, and the next part is they are going to score the goal.
Absolutely, and you have very well pointed out one fact that if you see the first goal which Southampton scored, I mean, if I'm a Marcus Rashford, I would be licking my lips and thinking I might score a hat trick against this defense. So I hope Ole goes for the win. I mean, even he goes
He should.
defensive when he plays the top six teams. To be really honest, uh,
Yes.
so uh, because Chelsea's defense is there to be taken apart. I think they are really clumsy, and you can easily tear them apart. And you have creative players too. Let's be honest. You have
Yes.
Bruno Fernandes, who is a great addition for you guys, and he is always trying to pick up pockets. So I think Marcus Rashford can really go well against Chelsea. Uh, what do you think about your chances against Chelsea? Do you think you can have a win, or will Ole go for a draw?
Considering West Ham are facing Man City and Leicester are facing Arsenal, I think this is the time we should capitalize on the game and we should win this game. I hope we just finish this game, get 3 points out there, and just increase the gap between the third spot and the second spot. But yes, Chelsea are a tough team to beat right now, suddenly. So we need to play really well and we need to be at our top.
Superb. So I think that's very much the top six and the top few teams in the league, which are doing pretty well this season. Looking at the other results, I think it was a tame draw between Burnley and West Brom. Not much interest
Yes.
there in terms of Premier League fans. And also Fulham winning against Sheffield United, a game at the other end of the table. I think Fulham suddenly have a hope of being in the Premier League this season. I think they're just 3 points away from safety zone. So Scott Parker has got his boys going there. And apart from that, we had another result, and that was Crystal Palace beating Brighton. Christian
Mhm.
Benteke scoring a last-minute goal.
Oh, a dramatic game.
It was a crazy game out there, and what a performance by Leeds United against Southampton. What do you think about that?
I think before that we missed the game between Wolves and Leeds, which you had a keen interest on going into
Yes,
the
I was
last
that game.
video.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Very unfortunate goal to concede, but
Good effort
yes,
though.
good effort, lucky goal for Wolves, and lucky 3 points, I would say.
Absolutely. And Leeds came back really well against
Yes.
Southampton. I think this was a postponed game, if I'm not wrong.
It was a postponed game, yes.
Yes, so this was a round of 18 game, but
hmm
Leeds absolutely smashed Southampton to bits. What a performance, especially from Rafinha. I think I was the game against Wolves, Leeds versus Wolves. I was the whole game.
hmm
What a player Rafinha is. I mean, I think he is the player who gets them ticking. He takes all the corners, he takes all the set pieces, and he scored a great goal in this game. He has scored a few goals this season from long range. I think they
Yes.
have got a really good player. I think he came for a big amount, and he it proves why Leeds have paid so much for him. So I think he's a great player. to have in your team if you're a Leeds fan. And I was very happy because all three players whom I had in my FPL team
Mhm.
all scored. So it was it was an amazing return. So yeah, Leeds looking good as well. They play Aston Villa next against again a very strong,
Tough fixture.
uh, tough fixture, I would say. So that's it, Sai. That was pretty much the 25th game week. 13 more weeks to go. Manchester City looking very much at par. Don't know who's going to stop them, but it will be really interesting to see who take the other five places, which are very important in terms of the European competitions.
Absolutely, yes. I think Man City are happily sitting 10 points clear at the top of the table. No one to stop them. I think it's time for Pep to focus in Champions League right now
Yeah,
because that's a trophy or that's a silverware he would like to get his hands on. EFL Cup, I think he's in the final, and I don't think there's anyone going to stop them winning that one, and even the Premier League for that matter. But looking at the next week coming up, there are some juicy fixtures: Everton versus
absolutely.
Southampton, Chelsea United, Arsenal, Leicester, Man City, West Ham. So some huge games coming up, and lots of work for us to do, and also enjoy the game. So absolutely looking forward for the week.
Perfect. So we had a lot of football videos. I think we should create some content for cricket too. There's a lot of things happening in the cricketing
Yes.
world. We will try to shoot a video in the weekend
Hmm.
for to cover all the cricketing action. It will be really
Yes.
good to discuss what's happening in the world of cricket and the sporting entertainment. So over to you.
Yes, some exciting cricket games happening, especially between New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
Is it's not it's unfortunately not telecasted in India, which is a big surprise. And some tournaments like PSL is being telecasted. I don't understand why it's happening, but it's a surprise to me. Missing a great game there, and some crazy test matches happening between England and India, which we will be
Absolutely.
discussing very soon. So lot more to discuss. Till then, thanks for all the love and support. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we too are back very soon. Thank you, guys. Cheers.